All right, good day. Today's total body, we do it again. Take 1, 2, 3. Good day. Today's total body fitness is express. That means we're going to make this a short, maybe 15, 20-minute exercise workout. So we'll get a little bit of strength, we'll get a little bit of cardio, all in a speedy workout, getting the best of the best. So let's get started. Let's start with some marching steps. Make sure you're moving your arms. And then make this into a light jog if that works. So starting to bounce a little bit higher, maybe picking up the knees a little bit higher. Make sure you have that pulling in of the abdominals as you're doing this kind of a warm-up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Shake out the arms, and we're going to move the arms forward and back, a little like clapping forward, clapping back. Even if you don't touch behind, that's okay. And then we're going to swing the arms up and back. And then twist. Nice and gentle here. Slow, easy rotations. And then a shoulder roll. And release. Shake out the arms. You're just going to move the head right and left, so go slow with this rotation. Turn your head gently to one side and then the other. And then tip the head side to side. Nice, gentle, no overstretching. Let's go into the calf raise. So we're going to go up under the balls of the feet and lower down. So if you need to hold on to something for balance, because I don't really want this to be a balance exercise, I really want you to focus on the lift, making sure that you feel the weight mostly on the big toe side without letting your feet roll in or roll out. We're really trying to get them to come straight up. Like your knees to be soft, not locked out and not bent. And now we're going to transition to doing one toe lift at a time. So one toe at a time, come up. We're looking at a little bit more range of motion now in the ankle joint. And then we're going to go into high knees. So you're going to pick up your knee as high as you can go and lower down. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're going to do the reverse of that, a butt kick. All right, so now we're kicking back instead of lifting high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go into some squats. You have the option to do a sit to stand using a chair as a modification. Otherwise, let's go real slow with our first 3 squats, and then we'll pick up the pace for the last 7. So we'll go easy, slow. 1, easy and slow. 2, easy and slow. And 3. Let's go a little bit more intense here now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hip hinge is next, so your feet are still going to be about shoulder width apart. You're going to have your toes forward or slightly inward. Your knees will be soft, and you're going to take your rear backwards. If anything, almost feel like you're taking the bottom part of your tush and putting it on the wall behind you. That will help you keep your back flat. Your hands can be on your hips or on your thighs. Feeling that stretch, opening up the back of the legs is the purpose of this. You got to get just to that stretch and stop. If you go past that stretch, you'll start to round the spine, and that's where we actually don't want to go. And relax, shake out those legs. We're going to take some side steps now. So we're going to come to one edge of your room or your mat, and we're going to take step, 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 and if you can get a fourth one in, great. And then step, 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 step. We're going to add an arm movement to this as well. So the arms are going to be in a 90-degree L shape, and they're going to swing out like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. So just notice that when you're doing your side steps, that the step doesn't turn your toe out and become more of a forward step. That sometimes happens with people with weaker side glutes, your glute medius minimus, the things on the sides here. If they're weak, you're going to turn the leg out. So really try to focus on keeping those toes forward. Here we have the option to grab a light set of weights for the same exercise. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Now we're going to take those arms, we're going to bring them forward and down. Now the forward position, you have many options, so find the one that fits best to you. Today I'm going to do the palms facing inward. When you're doing this, make sure your posture is good, your head is back, your knees are soft, and your abs are pulling and contracting inward, okay? Because you need that support. Otherwise, all the weight's going to go into your lower back, and we don't want that. All right, 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Next, we're going to work the back of the arm and the back of the shoulder doing a bent over fly. So in order to do this, you will bend your knees a little bit, and you're going to take a partial hinge. From here, your neck is long, and you're pulling your shoulders away from your ears, and your arms come out to the side, a little bit like a T, but because you're bent over, it's working, the gravity is pushing you down, so you're working the back of the arm. Here we go. 1, abs nice and tight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go ahead and put our weights down for a moment. All right, we're going to go wide with our stance. You're going to turn the toes out ever so slightly, and you're going to bend one knee at a time. We're working towards a side lunge. Now what we're going to do is we're going to stay in the side lunge and we're going to reach for toe. So you're going to reach opposite toe with opposite hand, right? So if I'm moving towards my left leg, it would be towards your right side. You're going to use your left arm reaching for toe. reaching towards toe. I would like you to keep your back flat, because if you reach for toe and you round down, you can get there, but then you're really kind of rounding and twisting your lower back. And I'd rather you go lower, or not as low, rather you stay higher and keep that more of a flat back hinge. Boy, words today. You can try to go fast and I have no words. And you go with a more of a hinge, flat back reaching. Maybe I'm reaching for knee or shin instead of actual foot. All right, guys, let's do 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. Bring it all together and shake that about. Okay, we're going to grab some heavier weights now to do some bicep curls. I like to start with the hands by the sides and then curl and rotate the elbow as I come up. But if another version feels better to you, that's the one you're going to take today. Let's do 10 of these. Remember, soft knees, your abdominals contract here, and then you're going to breathe out when you actually lift. So inhale, and then exhale, 1. Exhale, 2. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. You're going to put one of these down, and now you're going to hold the heavy weight on the sides. We're going to do a wood chop. So we're going to land ourselves in a lunge, and you're going to take your weight from one side low at a diagonal to one side high. I want you to try it with the weight you have. If the weight you have is too heavy for that movement, just standing, you need to go to a little lighter weight, because we're going to make it more challenging by placing ourselves into a lunge or a split squat. So you would start with the right leg forward and the left foot back. You're going to be up on the ball of that back foot. You're going to bend both knees a little bit. Now, the lower you go with those knees, the harder, more challenging it is. What you're going to do is you're going to take the weight from the left side across and up to your right side. So we're going to do 8 on the right and 8 on the left. I'm going to go ahead and face you, and I'm going to do the mirror image. So my left leg will be in front, your right leg will be in front. That way you're not trying to look at an angle and you're not turning to the side. Leg is forward, you're going to mirror me. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. A real challenge there, because you got to work balance, legs, core, shoulders, and your ankles. Let's go to the other side. Left leg forward. Nice wide stance and bend the knees. Get down as low as you can. Remember, we want to track the knee forward. Don't let it knock in or go too far out. Most people knock in. So really try to keep it going straight. And we start to your right. You're going to swing up to your left. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Woo! All right, let's go ahead and put our weights down. If you have blocks, have them near the top of your mat, and we're going to go into deep lunges. Hands come onto the tops. You're going to step a foot back, and you're going to lower yourself as down low as you can go. Then you're going to come up, then you'll step forward, change feet, and go slow and low. So let's go ahead and just move at your own pace for about 30 seconds. All right, let's begin. 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and stand up. We're going to do a quad stretch. So holding on to something, grab a hold of your foot and change. And then we're going to do a standing figure 4. So what you're looking to do is you're going to cross your ankle right across the top of the thigh near the knee. Once you get there, that knee is going to bend a little bit so that you've got a place for it to not fall off, okay? From there, you can push the knee open. You can move it up and down. The further you sit down or lean back holding on to something, the more stretch you'll get, and you'll see that that's got a lot more stretch through my hip and my IT band. Go ahead and do that a couple of times on each side. All right, grab a light weight. We're going to come down and do a plank. An option with plank would be to do it on your forearms and on blocks. So what that does is lifts you up a little bit, also keeps you off your hands and your wrists. You can come onto those blocks, onto your forearms, and you can keep the knees down, really focusing on the abdominal contraction, pulling it in, squeezing your glutes. Option to lift the knees if you feel strong enough to hold so. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Next, we're going to come onto our side doing a side plank. So prop yourself up onto one elbow. You're going to lift your hips up. I'd like you to stay on that bottom knee. Your hip is off the mat. Arm is going to be in the air. And we're going to practice the exercise you're going to do with your weight. You're going to bring the arm forward parallel to the floor, and then you'll bring it back up. Okay, so that would be the most modified version, or, well, maybe not. The most modified is keeping your hips down. Okay, you can still do the arm. The option will be to add the weight. You can do it with the hip up, or you can do it in full side plank with your hips all the way off the ground and your knees off the ground as well, holding whatever plank you think you can do for 5 of those. All right, guys, here we go. You're going to lift your hips up, arm comes up, and we bring it forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Change. And we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. You're going to come onto your back for a glute bridge. Your arms can be either down or up, but if they are down on the mat, see if you can turn the palms upward, really getting an external rotation through your shoulder and your arm bone. See how that feels today. Keep the neck long. Don't let that chin come and compress into your sternum. And then lower down. You're going to reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Same action, glute bridge. Belly's in. And lower down. You're going to bring your knees into your chest and open up your legs wide and see if you can grab your ankles to get a good stretch. And then place your feet onto the mat We're going to work towards doing a hollow body hold. A hollow body hold is head and shoulders lifted and legs extended out. But most people can't quite get there, or they get down too far and strain their lower back because they're trying to, do get into the furthest expression instead of holding where they can. So what we're going to do for our final exercise is you'll start with both knees bent and you'll straighten one leg. You're going to lift your head and shoulders and lift and hover that leg just in that proper form. Your toes can be flexed or pointed or relaxed, whatever feels better to you. And then you lower everything down. So we'll stay on one side and we'll do 3 holds, okay? Here we go. Lift and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Really get that lower back to compress into the floor, and we lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Last time on this side, and we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Switching legs, extending the leg, lift head, shoulders, and leg, hover it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. 2 more times. Here we go. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 1 more time. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. Open up your legs for windshield wipers. Alrighty, coming back in, heel toe your feet together, draw those knees into your chest, open up the legs, grab your toes for your happy baby. And make your way up to seated. Well, guys, I think I actually did 25 minutes. I can't do anything that fast. All right, guys, well, that was a 25-minute express. We'll see you next time.